Hello, learners! You're watching Grammar Pro Zone, your destination for easy English learning. In today's video, we are breaking down verbs and all their forms with super simple examples. Before we build strong English sentences, we must understand verbs, the heart of every sentence. Today, we'll look at verb forms like go, went, gone. Verb. What is a verb? Verb is a word that express action, event or state of being. For example, run, jump, think, exist. Action verbs like run and jump show movement. They tell us what someone is doing. Thinking verbs like think show mental activity. They tell us what is happening in the mind. Each verb helps us understand what someone or something does, think, or is, making communication clearer and more vivid. Each verb helps us understand what someone does, what someone thinks, and what someone is. Here are some three types of verbs: action verbs, linking verbs, helping verbs. Coming to the action verbs, these verbs express physical or mental action. Action verbs tells what is happening. Linking verbs. They connect the subject of a sentence to a subject complement. They describe a state or condition or being, not an action. Helping verbs. They are also known as auxiliary verbs. These verbs assist the main verb in expressing tense, mood, or voice. Here are some examples and definition for action verbs. Action verbs. Action verbs are the verb horses of language. They denote actions that can be seen, heard, felt, or experiences. Here are some examples for action verbs. She runs every morning. Here the action verb is runs. Runs show a physical action performed by the subject she. It tells us what does she do. She runs daily, so this verb expresses an action happening regularly. And the second example is they laughed loudly at the joke. Here the action verb is laughed. Laughed is an action done by they. It shows a physical reaction caused by something funny. The phrase loudly at the joke gives more details about how they laughed. Observing the two examples, both runs and laughed are action verbs because they something showing someone does. Here are some examples and definition for linking verbs. Linking verbs serve to connect the subject of a sentence to the subject complement. They do not show action but rather express a state of being or condition. For example, he seems happy. In this sentence, seems is said to be a linking verb. Seems does not show any action. It links the subject he to the description happy. The verb is connecting the person he with his state or condition. And the next example is the cake smells delicious. Here the linking verb is smells. Smells does not mean the cake is doing an action. It simply tells how the cake is. It links the cake to its quality delicious. So the verb shows a state, not an action. Linking verbs do not show action. They connect the subject to a description, condition, or state. These two verbs, seems, smells, help describe what someone or something is like, not what they do. Helping verbs. Helping verbs work alongside main verbs to express various nuances such as tense, mood, or voice. For example, she is singing beautifully. Helping verb is. Main action verb is singing. The helping verb is helps the main verb singing to show that the action is happening right now. So is does not do any action by itself. It supports the main verb. And here is the second example. They have been waiting for hours. Helping verb have plus been. Main action verb waiting. The helping verbs have been worked together to show that the action started earlier and is still continuing. They help the main verb waiting express time and duration. Helping verbs do not show the main action. They support the main verb by adding tense, continuity, or emphasis. Here are some verbs. Transitive and intransitive verbs. Transitive verb. A transitive verb needs a direct object to complete its meaning. It answers what or whom. For example, she ate the cake. What did she eat? The cake. The action goes to something. The second one is intransitive verbs. An intransitive verb does not need a direct object. The action stops with the verb and does not pass to anything. Here is the example. He laughed. No object needed. The action does not go to anything. In simple words, transitive verb. It needs an object. Intransitive verb. It does not need an object. Regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs. They follow a predictable pattern when conjugated. Regular verbs form their past tense and past participle by adding ed or d. For example, walk, walked, walked. Play, played, played. Clean, cleaned, cleaned. Talk, talked, talked. Regular verbs follow a fixed rule for changing tense. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs do not follow the standard rules of conjugation. Irregular verbs do not follow the rule, ed rule. Their past forms change completely, partially, or remain the same. For example, go, went, gone. Eat, ate, eaten. Write, wrote, written. Cut, cut, cut. Irregular verbs must be memorized because their forms do not follow a pattern. To the next slide, we have a topic about verb tense. What is verb tense? Verb tense tells us when an action happens. It shows time of the action, past, present, or future. It also shows whether the action is completed, ongoing, or repeated. We have three types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present tense. Present tense indicates actions or states that are currently happening. It shows actions happening now or regularly. For example, he teaches English. Here, he is the subject, teaches is the verb, and English is the object. Coming to the next tense, past tense. It indicates actions or states that have already occurred. For example, she played tennis yesterday. Here she is the subject, played is the verb, tennis is the object. Yesterday is indicating time. It already happens. She played tennis yesterday. Means it already happens. Next. Subject verb agreement. Subject verb agreement is the grammatical rule that the verb must agree in number and person with its subject. The verb must agree with the subject in a number and person. Here is the example. She sings beautifully. It was the correct. But the incorrect one is she sings beautifully. Verb phrases. What is a verb phrase? A verb phrase is a group of words that includes a main verb and one or more helping verbs. It shows action, tense, or mood of the main verb. It is the structure of verb phrases, helping verb plus main verb. They can express complex actions or states. Here are some examples for verb phrases. She has been studying all night. Here, has been is the helping verb and studying is the main verb. And the second example is they are going to visit their grandparents. Are is the helping verb and going is the main verb. Thank you for watching this video on verbs and their forms. I hope it made understanding action, linking, and helping verbs easier for you. Keep practicing and enjoy learning.